Welcome back. The Astrodome is largely considered, we talk about it here in Houston, as the eighth wonder of the world, a huge part of Houston's history. But for decades, it has sat abandoned with an uncertain future and endless back and forth about what to do about it. So joining me now is Chandler France with the Houston Business Journal. He just published a story just minutes ago looking at the future of the Astrodome at NRG Park. Whenever we take that shot, we see the Astrodome right there too.
Yep.
I was telling you, I remember going to the rodeo and to an Astros game, but that was 20-something years ago.
Yep,
we
exactly.
can't decide. What is the new reporting here, Chandler?
Yeah, the new reporting here is that a decision may be coming here soon. So what I found out, I talked to a couple of sources at NRG Park, close to the ongoing lease negotiations and master planning process going on right now with the Texans and the rodeo. And they say that something likely will happen to the Astrodome as part of these negotiations, whether that's a demolition or whether that's a redevelopment. So the fact that it's been sitting there unused and vacant for 20 years, it seems like something's going to happen actually now. For
something to actually happen, whether it is demolishing it or doing something else with it, would be huge news.
Yes.
We were saying that the only thing that's really happened there, besides storing stuff, is Hurricane Katrina.
Yep.
And victims being going there.
Yep, that's right. So it's been vacant since 2002, and then in 2005 when Hurricane Katrina happened, they used that as a refugee site, but since over more than 20 years now, it's been vacant and unused for the most part.
Now, why do we feel such an emotional attachment to this? I mean, part of the reason why we can't decide what to do with it is because everybody argues such a heated debate one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it. You went to Astros games, you went to the rodeo there. I mean, there's a lot of people who grew up here in Houston who did those things, and maybe their first memories of a professional sporting event is at the Astrodome. And so there's a lot of nostalgia there, there's a lot of emotions attached to it. I'd also say there's a historical piece of it too. I mean, it was the first fully enclosed, domed, air-conditioned stadium, and so people have kind of a natural affinity to those historical structures as well.
Yeah, I mean, it opened, what is it, like 65 or something?
I believe so,
opened
yes.
Almost 40 years had been part of Houston history. So the question that I have, and a lot of people probably have, is, okay, they're going to maybe decide what to do. Are they going to demolish it, or are they going to build something crazy new out of it?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, right? And there's arguments
maybe
for and against.
Maybe the $50 million question, or whatever it costs.
Or $840 million
there we
question.
Go, that's right.
That's what the Astrodome Conservancy has put forth as potential redevelopment plan is $840 million. But studies also show that demolishing it could be about $50 million. That's just to demolish the structure. The Astrodome Conservancy, which is the nonprofit that is championing the landmark, would say that all the related site work and to haul off all the debris is more around $100 million. And so there's a lot of costs associated here for sure. So
what impact do we think that demolishing the Astrodome might, like what would we do if we finally, after sitting there for 20 years, said, okay, gone, and suddenly it's flat? Yeah, I mean, I think you'd see a lot of backlash for sure. Like we mentioned earlier, there's a lot of emotional attachments to this structure. There's political risks with this. Nobody wants the blood on their hands. You're the guy. Yes. Or the woman the one who decided to destroy the Astrodome. Yeah. So, there would be some backlash, I think, for sure. I'm sure there'd be some people celebrating as well. I mean, there's a lot of non-native Houstonians who don't feel that same emotional affinity towards the Astrodome and who say, let's raise it, let's get rid of it. But I think you'd see a lot of backlash for sure. Does there seem to be a real path to the $850 million plan of turning it into something really beautiful? There is a potential path. Yes, the Astrodome Conservancy would tell you they have a lot of private developers behind them in order to do that. The question, though, is the public part of it. So Harris County, as I'm sure you guys reported yesterday, the budget deficit that they're about to go through, Harris County doesn't really have the money in order to invest in a public-private partnership at the Astrodome, and so there's some funding challenges there. Okay, so I'm putting two and two together. If they're deciding soon, it doesn't look great. But you can read Chandler's reporting about the Astrodome and the uncertain future. It's available right now on our website and right there on the website on your screen, bizjournals.com/Houston. Chandler France, thank you for your new reporting. Thank you for having me in. We're all going to be waiting now for this new decision.